Seminia Bema Mehene, Wamahene, Wakwako PM ministry, Senra, State of the Nation, no eba so. Na hefa no odi nani akwakwo wura ansa na no yera Georgewu ana pentia sonko Dieseldorf for metia mo papa kin so wo hwebi efri Dieseldorf nti ana pay mo amo ho nyina da ntia sonko enkoma mo na nabo ache wo Germany Leedanhof wono so hwebi ntia na afa Mohammed wono so wo Canada ye wono so hwebi ye international for mo amo hwebi firi ho nyina do ya na modwuma ne nyezi sa so mu ne abra hwebi nti etia mu nyina da so ma hino te menka ana pay mate ye hekwan se sabeka kwabena ewo ahoma no so na yetumi ene na edi nkobo bebi owo no watumi akere yenye na afi yetumi etu anama wo odi owake moda wa ma odi nso anape enchia sonko enfa enko enfa mam Ozi, I'm watching your program from Obuasi. Ozi is really enjoying the program. You are indeed a hero. Hero de mnyanuro. Intinelo. Honorable Prince, wa Freda Dantinchi, Uncle Maunemum, Germany for, and a penchia from Concomam. Was so cabra for to say the Otti Britain, Minty Britain, Crum Hayana, woman cram corda. Was so what the awo Britain or Germany and over Jubilee in the end, pepa. Obeba ho na oba mema no wate was it's parliament sitting today Mr. Ominyaduma Parliament House but name did years or more yaduma obakono omoto because on Tuesday to Fridays and Tikwembia so Reverend Christina Ntiasronko and Koma papa UK for and a pemosun Tiankoma papa more Milton Keynes Francis Mensa and Equity itself Boafo mo hwebi enchia enkoma mo pa na fe yeba ya ofilo anape enchia enkoma mo ye hekwa se be crossover yenya ensanka o mahene bra baby owo no kire ne enkomo ya wode bra minim se kwambia so State of the Nation address no honkomo ene ye ba betutwe de His Excellency ebro so ma ebro bi so e de akire o mekaika o niema hodo a wo keka bie wo ba no niema hodo a wo kan ya de titu no wo kire se wo behwe kwan no wo de e de atu America wo de no adi kan bra wo hwe kwan se economy obetibia apede mu e ya agriculture nti ne na mo akuafo no e wo madi de mate de atadwe mu komani mu kra wo se wo behwe kwan no atumi atoto niema ye otudi ye fa se o man bia bekwana nimu a na e de fapem no e be dira agriculture ho so papa nti wo ba no aba abeboa no se economy ne de wo ba ye no se da nkoye papa ne wo ka ho asam campaign time ni nyina nti wo ba de obehunu anya na wan na surprises ba ko bienu miensa bi wom emposika ye de eto a ye de wo Ghana ha no adekuro nti abose abo no ya na doso no na na kire mu wo tire se to no kura obewie na adikotua krofo ka uwi ana eka ye de akode ye de tua abose na akatua pa ye de bitua bi ne ade ade ante bi wi se ne sika aka no kuma bi utumi fa nyehu enti ehadwene ebom wo meka so wo beka sa ye kasa tentene ya be kwa yete say no we na ye osumasi na enye ene we na abonwo ene we ntumi anya na adwuma ye nti ene ba ne sa emom wo ba be fese atumi aboa se ne office no wo kan ne no aro be hwe ho asam atumi ayo emsa line na totom abahire otemenka kwabra sante kwabra sante enya ntemenka ne emom be wo no betumi afrase a otumi ema yete nkobo be bia wo ma ye hunu a na afi nkobo kra e ba so no what they are braying pensenpensenmu ya nya free studio yes monte so ya ye hwekwan se ye betimi ama amafro atumi ate niema hodo anhye ya o mampanyin di atodwa no wo mo ebehwe pia sa anhye no wo mo ani suade hu wo mo de braying dane me dane ama o mahene bebi ewo kwabra som
magia to nana ya brefo ya da sikiara pe se de wasi akom ewo AT so well ashofo na so da mase we are the case munima yensu ni ene ya bepie no ewo Ministry of Education your sector minister office na be na Ghana edition wonsem ana ministry so share on the go akọ se de be ya me no mi enu nyina no o man bia kan kọ ni puntu ejina titu ndie ene addition ya be ma inchima ene tinanfo no enti ya bepie so it is just right after His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo or the first State of the Nation address every on minor and na Osama Africa say a new Ghana and that new Ghana basket and Yoma go into that basket. Even though we are in challenging times and challenging moments, the hope is that there's a new direction, there's a new focus, and there's a new attitude towards the as command Ghana. Area in for Matthew Opoku Prempe, they don't have friend Napo in the office on the Minister for Education. Minister Kwab, I want to say, you have a call.
Watch it. We have a call.
Good. Now, Ministry is saying,
Adom, be a cost to cover.
I see. You've been doing common proper, but probably where we can start from, and offer a Benjamin officer and some SHAs here, amongst some SHAs here, the 48 incidents I see in Central Region, which took you to the Central Region. The first question is, why you follow up after what has really happened at
Medase. Biji say yakunya nya obeja nya kunya utna so oye waje se utna so aku na me ba ha de dikai ene de ko pie jamra are hosem ampa ya ye follow up na treat we cry penny force alcohol yenya microphobia omu ye adwuma ha omu ye nsuo e wa chimoda potem ho a omu se ombesi school dan baako asade ache se secret we can say obe ohwade ho a omu se mpanyifo no tete ho ya momu letter obuso mu si school baako ho ba bia school de buye no na aban akasa AC CCD classroom block and a KG ho a cash heads of the contractor the baby and why you in term na school for the baby at the papa ako school so sure basa area
okay those years but I'm not sure say well Ghana no way one out of the lot meaning say after this incident when you give I send a signal to all education to check the school down how do I situation normal report on that.
Okay. Report that we table say we are between the actual district directors, no regional directors are compiled the list. I say we are some banana for catch will be a team we say false were here some bra. The encounter the bishop, now which should be on the bishop. When I walk to the school in Ibu, or also not what the school pronano. It's listed the age. Now, shall listen at neck cock we say school be organ bia. It's ye share and no, I will beat it. You be chunk for about my call region by region. I call my data. Now, you heard the eye. This also buy a program. I debate your school. Oh, and yet. School about Hessu na aban see. Besa kabi. Enye school about Hessu na aban see. Because we are let at the table. Encophobia see school. Open some the child by now by twice. It is school be ha. Community in the chassis. Why you do baby? Or say I buy in fact. That by twice. If you are asɔre bi na asi ɔse aban fa waye school do dru baby ɔse aban fa ebi ankwankwa bi na nyame ato ne nsam ɛna wasi school asi baby okosi baby si ho a ɔse aban fa eti school bebrebe aban fa tua ho bɔ ho ka ɛso nya aban na si ehu sɛ ukɔ jamra atɔreche bi si ya ɛyɛ kuro no na si na ɔhwɛ school dan a esi ho a yesi yɛ nkyɛn ɛso broni bɛka building materials this year no very very poor ama district director na behu ama yɛ ka kyerɛ sɛ yɛgyi nkɔla no mfirim kurom afo ampene ɛna atɔrekyɛ wei asi nsusu sɛ baabi a ɛbɛsi na ɔwɔ kurom kora na onim sɛ saa deɛ wei ayɛ dɛ akɔ ama parent teacher association ahyia si betwa boa ma school foɔ no na umayede umdi ayeda ni na fofi anto ata ade we sie eti rekwe ye hwe se de be comprehensive study be hwe Ghana ha gina be school no aka krebi ebu oguno you say pay funds bi ni program bi say be course school ni yakwa akure eno me nya ba ko report photo asefim as if
You are president in any ministry.
life is challenging. If there is no challenges in
But you
life,
admit that this ministry is more challenging.
if there are no challenges in life, life is not worth living.
But you admit that this ministry is more challenging.
I pray that God gives me the resources and the strength to cope.
Okay, in the midst of these resources and strengths now, and then right after that disaster, another disaster somewhat, KTI, and then their issue with the Ghana police, NIPA APRIPRA. What really was the situation?
Medasi. Now what you said, actually, Yawada na Ukada. Now what you said, you call Kumasi. You call Kumasi say any headmaster for Ebi Ekushia. The Yadri Ghana school said the aircon. It was airport aircon, and it is Basabasa BSc or KTI school. It is see ya I do Kumasi, how do you declare? And a school for the B, and the teacher for the B, and the principal for a boy a man. Now, so for me, if you call hospital and call die 45, Dr. Alaka says 45. I said, that the who know that you coming who be that? Doctor, no. The police for Akwa school, no, a hard drink. You call police, regional police head office. You call Boabane, the principal, vice principal, teacher for that. Now, the police for the dim come, say, Mumu, school, Muhono. Ah, you boo, Munibi, police for the boo, Munibi. And the choir. And choir say, if you're a Kwasuko police station, it's a day you need school for Nibi. You need a school police station for Nibi Kokasai. It would say, the course of police regional headquarters, who course of police station, who tie the Obusoka, who course school one now tie. Now police taxi driver be a no dim Kodanchi Free Stadium. I call radio station be so Kokasa now Tioma. Now person de me Madrino. Ebi a sata crowd then can say me as I say because me the more. If we say the course of so oba no school, Nibisia. Nyade papa. Ni nyina ye sede wo ma ya totuo ni atare amomu so mo hwe so do. Man management issues. Demonstration enjai na enjai chiro. The osi demonstration be twado. Na bi on TV ase a. It is a demonstration bi e be bakwa ma police for to tutu a. Ye de be sha ban sa ban na ekunkum lipa. If you say no. You see MPP for opposition for that call demonstration. And they are to be. Yeah, the Shabai. It is a police war and man management. Ni not a fee. You have to and the Shabai. If say after all, a Biden they need to be a man that's already person. Now, be sure the SC will come and say that the SC da. Say, and conformity call demonstration. Kenya says, okay. Now, police for Ujina Omuncha Omu, Diomunche, and manage demonstration and Bonibians. Now, police SWAT team, Uban Kebi and Free, a cotution was prepare Nipa, my MP near statement of parliament. Now, had the SSC will KTA. Ne Quaco is a SWAT team near Ukumasedo. You sure we are a China. If you are not NDC for the demonstration, no matter what you so near a shoot to the park, you because I mean my buying eye.
But it's like you're interfering in the police business.
Main call IGP in the Casa was say,
your comments are not.
And no interference. We say man management issues. And you be school Coladia Kobu and America. And I didn't fat to who knows that you be back. And if you did Colada co school, you also did any who ye, our bar radio so a better and America say. Or say police for share management. Among for called demonstration management. Say live bullet pa the community student demonstration. Even if there was a behind KTI inside, me call yes, a live bullet maybe.
But on pro to myself, forensics indicated said these are like
police penny now they or see all the police for the name call no which now 2 IC anymore Ashanti region say o man to live bullet.
But that's why I'm saying
me say ojina ho kan 2 IC ni busa and said that we eh dey I don't mean busa no o say o ti as one to live bullet o ti as o na di go for the name call school o say one call school o do gate Adom police ni no dia no your car no o say the lead team no o man call school o do gate Adom o do on the Adom light e do we draw the men tado kai na man you watch there no e na 2 IC so o say one to live bullet we aye dey make can say ye ko ye ni mu democracy bi we wiase bia kwan sakrofo demonstration na live bullet to hwesro warning shot gather the two warning shot body e kum nipa na body pandemic and only man management issues are baker me nyam na me fa police word makasi yenye ni but me kwan say bi habia baker
but like there were several chapters in education ministry because right after that you engage stakeholders Kumasi Agriculture, is that correct? What went into that engagement?
And yet the kind I think travel no Minister of Education Oshia teacher for you and no be you see be na fibia I hear for the from teacher headmaster so the teacher for a chocolate so the system na headmasters in charge the year so munko hwe school so na obo from ne oma enfie num ni omo de nkola akọ exams waskia emu adunum ekosoro no enya marker empase so hwe na se de omo betimi akọ tertiary institution omo nya sa marker omo de nkoshia ye nkoshia se ye baba boa mu ya mumu akande a ya mumu ntete ne akyekye a abema nkola na atimi apase so hwe na akomani afempo teacher for na ho kire bi wo ho a na do danko akufo de say na ba mi no we say obema eso ahede ate sade kokai eti ye koi enyom koka akobo bu past questions answers, chief examiner's reports, marking schemes, and so additional difficult topics. I did that. It is because of quadratic equation. Maybe at your chair nuka or say yama a kukudama and the good DVD so I come on headmasters. Eti yamwa and the come on. Eti the come on muye and the yakase. Name. So when Nikaya and Shady here will be man colana passing sorry. Not a colana call sorry na failure rate no or the 100 in the coy or the nipa will had the coy. Now a mu at your kunu failure. Ubebu who kunta Ghana Education Service. Ye kaya no.
I want also be independent.
You be what kind of you see, Buakunta ma will Ghana Education Service.
Maybe a teacher.
Omo mo hodo. So what dream the whole perfect day nyehu. You see the akadia wo hia o say ultimate perform no. Be kache. It's a case of Ghana Education Service. O pa betan and then na call the 90% of fail. Ebia Ghana Education Service here we all the person okay it's here the mawa next time you pay 90% maybe that's a sabi ye o de enkola 100 e be come hospital na e wu 90 wu a eti u musa de konti 90 da wu ana eti so be musa de konti 90 da wu dia e o si eti musa de konti a ye de enkola eco school no mu fe
Mama provided the needed food.
And no more to say. And they call ye.
Of course, maybe you should me to have my say, or more than one to see. Make two son and more
a day only we could you. Yet the normal ye who say any honey be the come out.
Ebini
and yet no cry. Exam when in to me improve educational performance. Obet be my teacher did die. Obet be my teacher did car. Okay, say, but say on working to any goal standard on to be improving. What you bet be my car, you bet be my a die. But ratings in yet now program no yen ya. Now go for sha. You bet be you. You bet you percent bra or my henny. At the intida program no. Yama we ya nenye. I don't koka once. Unless a person catches a Ghana, you provide BBI influence. Minister also ya that car be found no better no me on. Na Ghana for do no fail. It's in your one. Say school baku 720 private and public. And yet the about school for one about you. The Ghana for so say akola no wo school no. And fun so called private and also called public school. Or called buying and now called private school. Educational standards performance must be measured. Otiha, I don't feel say you see Ghana schools, you need 2 years ago. Ghana schools are maybe what? But you said our education minister. Education to child. Oh, so. It didn't say Bible can so 900 na ba ko yira okoye dey. It be need teacher for the headmasters they could go. So more yira. A quite ben be fa so abo be ba manim. Ne body no. David no. Eh komodi. Be say afisa na omu ye. Denye MPP aban no. The case for Sadan no kwa jwa. Oh yeah. Afi my next year you be.
Okay, but amongst engagements no, we share nyoma here school kwala. Omo ya hweso for na nkasa na acheche for. Omo chefa in terms of motivation, in terms of adebia no mo hari omo na aboa ma nimbia no motima yi dudu na ma mabu na won che omo de.
Well, adeba kwa ye sa teacher for the kai ni say uko school ko so your doctor dia. When this wadi ho ne nyese obabe chief executive of Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Ana Confederate Teaching Hospital. Ana district hospital na who and you need admission na uko school. Uko school so be dey. Opehwe dipa. Wa sayare. Ana meboa. Enti doctor di bia the fapem no so obekwa ko dru doctor die mu fapem. Any consultant. Doctor bia. Enti uko hospital. Consultants no do also chief executive na meboa. But consultant wo ye da juma. Consultant they share other doctors are baso. Obu share patient. If you don't know within the new Jimmy education would say the best teacher gets into management.
The best teacher.
Because when you experience, maybe what share economics by 5 years. But rightly so near the headmaster. Or share economics view.
Of the managing situation.
Of the managing school. Why can't there be a system where the best teacher also even mentors other teachers? Because if free school but now we share economics, now meanwhile we watch economics 10 years, or more experience they were fraud. Why can't we pay that teacher to stay and mentor even other teachers?
My system doesn't give room for those things.
So an unexamined life is not worth living. Said the oxygen happens or to how uncle him that.
To put in such an
Ye didn't come in such a bed or see a deba. It can't continue, my honey. I don't blame the teachers. I don't blame the headmasters. I don't blame the educational policy makers. We all have to have the conversation, including the parents. Oh, my honey, what do you call school be? Now, this is what's the equivalent. What have you when they call exams? And you see if you don't have a call. And it's ever true.
Because we choose the bad.
And the parents who are involved. It is not only teachers. It's the okay education one. If you be growth, and if you be performance. Oh, but you say prempe the good school pa science open the topo. Adam boy. Yen kasa akola bi okọ prempe. You say prempe. Me boy. the managers of the school are responsible for performance. Obo school no so. And also busa womu say school no kon so hwe no mu anya dia collective.
Well, what do you issue about probably a better? One of the challenges are what fire you when say ne bi aba person ko prepare. Obi aba person ko adise. Obi aba person ko situations and I say obi aba person ko. Why most at the model school if I'm correct? Na mo be under probably another bank of for
what will say? Who can say be? Obia person the back of prepare. Obia person the Kwachi water. The Fancy Pim, St. Augustus, Wesley Girls, St. Louis. What you say? This school will be a social school will be read. You already so episode call. That is about growth. But other than that, it's about school no consistent performance. True or false?
That is true.
It is all called prepare. Yeah, so I'll be read.
But will be more than
it is teacher for no make sure say you all your prepare card no of course so here we obe pass ya ko dani. It is our university here. Schools can create bi call at the call. It may be no a parents no. Near dream that no or see started dream ho. O share model school concept na president ko for the buy na I see it was so that. Yenya bi duo. O worry na ni china. O worry na ni china.
But why?
O worry na ni china.
Consider model schools now. That schools be over 81.
I've already stated. Say e-block no e behwem. They also yen such a you near the boarding facilities can on be. They also turning into technical vocation. You better
the original design is to establish these institutions as day schools are otherwise certain localities are. So
far 75 now person be criticize their binding in certain things. That is the case. Oko edujama baby um ko see school no. 4 secondary schools atwa ho ahia. Di nyina no enye overfilled. A body. Baby school this is the better than Kolana ko. Eti bidi edujama for di komo MP ne keka ho. Say it is a school dey stay edujama no. You tended into technical vocational. And I say, you just say, the end of the day. We don't say BCA for a nursing training college. And it's a profession. That is the essence of the technical evocation. And now the Dankwa Kufado can was.
But this is
because a chromo for the Gohono, baby, I secondary school, because we need Sadu Juma. But Bijini say the technical evocation see a Dujamaho. Now you chair, you welding, you air conditioning. You share refrigeration, you share electrical installation, you share electronic repair. Okay,
but we know a political talk because it's like bread. For the
but that's all the odoye. Oh, worry now see you die. Oh no, you see that. Now we are worrying. Oh worry, oh the dream party akumapa. If we say, we say worry no kosi afimo. You start to say free education, Ghana have baby no. Yeah we. Yes school there we. Yeah the teachers are called baby yeah we. You busaw obayene. Adan ye tibi ne ho kanokwe. For bare 50 years, parts of Ghana, you enjoy free education, even including tertiary, if you so want. Here, my best example. What can President Muhammad Buko join? What is that? Papa, you be this one Kruma by. What is that? They are relatively well-to-do. Oruaka, the biggest rice farmer, one of the biggest rice farmers, Papa, and was a minister. Anka job President John Mama Mitchell quite chibota. The book was said that Papa didn't call Tamale. Or say Papa didn't call Tamale if it's a winner free education. And then free education, my president. Now, maybe but no things the man. If you ever free education, also you be the president. Or say, wait, let's establish a fact. Let's establish a fact. Ah, obviously, Mammy de Minya. Now, Minya the on chain. But
if we have deprived areas in the country,
deprived areas,
all agree to say,
50 years. All parts of Western region will be deprived. Oh, yeah, poverty index for Ghana. Central region is one of the poorest. They have the best schools. What do you mean by deprivation? What do you mean by deprivation? There is no part region in Ghana unya pockets of deprivation. Here ni Edi Volta region. Here ni Eastern region.
Last year.
And the people say, and then they see school die or not. Yes, school die in every.
But what is the
challenge?
What is the challenge? Because
wow. 50 years. 50 years.
It's different from here.
Till 50. After the only matter I say, Secretary that Kwakawa Parliament said we have arrived at a consensus in the country of what now.
I don't think entirely the entirety of the Ghanaians now are at that.
Free SHS.
No, we might agree, but the question what goes to
President Muhammad State of the Day. President Muhammad.
The adopted progressively free education.
Was it going to end somewhere? What was the end point of the progressive free education?
Hold until we arrive.
Where was the arrival? Where was the arrival point? Where was that point? Play down A2 no. He for the Nikusi. Play down A2 no. He for the Nikusi. No credit Ebako. You start to say teacher motivation. You start to see school that Papa Ogani in senior. You Obienwa. We had to be beer and sad walk our way. Beer new years. A warrior no cry, and Monia Timafro. I won't worry and only. But the people catch all to say, yes, say, worry free education. Yes, say, here ni wo Western region, Zama, Nzulezu, here ni wo. Say, here ni Nabi wa flower. Say, here ni Nabi wa Sunyane. Say, here ni Nabi wa Kintapo. Say, here ni Nabi wa Drobo. Say, here ni Nabi Tibantma. Say, ye disikabe kwa ye agogo to predie, ye disikabe she. Say, your home soon power ye be.
Well, that is the caveat.
I tell people, so said, 2 weeks ago, Minya letter wa. Now, schools also not the region. Nay, if we say feeding grants and coin. At the year free education 50 years. And that President Muhammad and net you freed off. It is free feeding grants and coin. Yeah, free education will be manner. Apa Mommy and Kado Crench Ghana for. Set me yes 10 cities. You were 10 cities boto. Now the people call cigarette. Now the people tell me about school fees. Mommy who's school fees the one here.
That's when the ministry idea for my I didn't any addition any dash of beverage.
Okay. President Bekache said was starting free progressive education. Now me hope say. Let me hope. Say budgets now can free progressive education. I could discover 2 budgets. Because o career you know, I see all can. Not gonna hear me. No, or see or the nipa 120,000 ever starting. Not self free education now see progressive don't see ever starting 120,000. Day school when you have a free. Day school for what Ghana, who for TV at come on. I have nearly 430,000. No, sure we have to free. Till no say borders 120,000 local free. You busa the sentence away. Or no poor one Fabian said the estimate ya musano. Budget estimate, first quarter budget estimate. 120,000 of promising. Go on first cash budget. Meba. And dear man, I don't say or the 120,000 free no. Nay, dear bear. Open you listen to her. I don't done manufacture listen. And no man, not Ghana heads of assistant secondary schools. And the GS, I agree. Let's be fair, they mean to be fair, cow. And no man, not school for the Jeffrey parents who President Muhammad free progressive free SHS no be chiaka. You listen. Now your border. I don't see as if feeding grants have been free. Feeding grants are free and then they to school. I know my President Muhammad will be a free home progressive. And now for the see oh you didn't know but to back school for the enjoy omo mu this year didn't enjoy and yeah president was over 120,000 and now the don't cost obey nearly 400,000 and what made the deal 120,000 was to be on my back class scholarship do coin
but the money you say must have deadline September and no where you not giving us directions and focus in terms of funding
although the other day say last year September or it be
so we come back to political.
I'm telling you. And the job all to be followed. All to be followed. Our person all to be followed. Honestly, the people there shadow no. I dream. The all to be followed. Honestly, the people at time people shadow no. I beg quite so. Yet the Ghana man feel what che. O dia go to pray. I'm a God that told him. Obisi sir. To play out the Ghana Sika Guya, Sir GMPC 138 million, the Koye capacity building. No. Sir 138, the Kutaye now. Tear open my MPP
is repeating same.
Oh, the MPP. See the baker, the baby. Who they see the baker? See the baker. PIAC report. Obviously, you are true capacity building, but there's nothing to document to show. Called PIAC report. PIAC here, the non-governmental organization, tracking your oil scan here. They don't go for free GPC buy. You know, the politician be the car. The politician the car. A chauffeur cook down, NGOs are cook down, civil society are cook down. And you know, make me say. 138 million. Ekutaye na. You bet you have free education na person here.
But I do am mobile say mo su say e support ko no ban Ministry of Education ko no e see over.
Where
no, that is the danger.
Where
that is the danger.
Where
options are more by
we
be silly ho.
Where ye chair ye ka free SHS no. Ye chair fapi bako and 9 ai bako first kadafi. Ebinom ntiase.
Metiase.
Ebinom ntiase.
Metiase.
Ye chair 9. You see, the person Ghana Nibia, almost every family enjoy from our oil finding. The person Ghana Nibia who I found when I know a home for so be able. Yet the fang when who sika 50%, baby Kisho say free SHS. Oil is carrying on German Chiba. Actually, 91% of the oil money gets into the government budget. Oh, yeah, the Ghana for you, that's a kind of great. Ghana, Sikano, oil, no, you tour, Sikade Benyano, or buying it. Say, $100 million, 91 million Ghana budget. After the, was it for the first 5 years, Sadia, oh, Sadia Shadow, Sadia Shadow, and I'm not sure what you say. Yes, 70%. The 100 cities the India. You do 70 cities. Call ABF. So what they want? It is only $100. Only $70. Acquire ABF. ABF is support budget. 30 na account. About 30%. About 21%. 70% of the 30 is the cost stabilization account. Stabilization account at the end of the day. Say oil price go you are what they become support budget. 91% is the support budget. Only 9% of the total sum they call heritage. It is a case of 50% of oil money. You realigning near their support to education. ABF that show priority areas. You see education, health, and agri. What is the problem?
That is just an option you've looked at
in the last 3 years. In the last 3 years. In the last 3 years. Your purpose here to Abusia. Oh, my, young Kado Kakao Ghana. GMPC for Sika. Every country you go, example, they say, the National Oil Company, a Sakunu farm also. And no, almost Sika, you did crew. Let the budget. It is said the 50% of GMPC for Sika, budget. Nobody bet there. You be Jaya, near Jaya, they said GPC from Kako High Abrosign, we see Korea, skyscraper, we see 45 million. That GPC for Kako High will be there in 2 years, do a 40 million. Or do see the other 45 million. No, Kako High will be there 2 years, 40 million. 2 years, that's what, and that inside India. Yes, I'm pretty Buma. Or mine also cook pie. Young dream who's a Ghana for you now. But say, so even 90% of all those kind of secondary education, they're yet comprehensively free for everybody. Ghana need be able benefit.
Okay, Minister, that was but we very another important information from Ogokum, if I got the pronunciation correct. Or Francine municipality school dining. This means go attention said change across the cloud. This are you school dining. It's a new report now. It's a book.
You hear now the best of the children say, "Mammy be that or Yari no bar hospital." Doctor, say doctor, me tipo be ka be diamond to be under. That is about me tea. Me tea be me tea na me tea be.
Yes, or no, the other body. Or found again. Or no, actually, a more emotional than one hour.
But look, I just say, "O go crom, you show free, o go come about it." Because I say, you. But the time I cut the edit, because I say, you be the team be call round. There ye evaluation. There the rationale be to achieve. What would they about you? But fine, a bit of your question the call, no confu. Papa be, and also question the one confu. If you say Mpabwa and Mpabwa, on she be that. And no one call no actually the other than one boom. It's or did the tea and shimuno. Oh, he said, Bibiba, Papa Biba, Sepado Sabi, or about fine. Papa don't show the work of foot, no she jeans, and one raw jeans in the go. Rod that t shirt I goes. I find the pay. Oh, who Jesus, you rather be dancing pipe boy. Material with the papa, a tree for man, a bad chance and at it. After I quite watched what was there. Who was that Jesus free for one? That was the go. Obia, who chair, who chair. Obia, Obine. So I shoot the oya. Ufu se BC da. Kaka nika. Makaka nyo. Uda utmina. But Obia. Bibi so body to pompa body to. Other bills a bit nipa baby who here. It will be a who chair na who chair. But I see a share. See this can be to be adako. It will see a share near she. Near eating. It's your children. Can't say you
back to your free SHS. The other consideration is that market private schools may say more disadvantage. The argument is 8. Now, most will empower the local businessmen, empower the local Ghanaian, so we can move our conquer. And lady who said their public schools name was a free SHS. Now, private schools, what is happening today?
Nothing with that. MPP are buying. Hey, are buying or promoting private sector. Big what? The better people started to say, "Obi can't somebody see not dream." Private school ones na go ana. Oh, I'm buying. Me busa question.
According to my
private school. Oh, me patrol. Obani, you didn't see me. Ode egu o si egu. Private schools now, are private no. Free compulsory universal basic education, are free. A good private schools they are primary nana. Yes or no? Come on, for you. Okay. University education is free. Tuition is free. Under MPP government, how many private universities came into being? A public university that's all these private universities are banned. Private primary schools are ngui. Under MPP government, no, public universities are ngui. But there are now more private universities than public. It's going to say secondary. In fact, as you say, they battle. Private schools, so to no more, they will even be sectors of excellence. Enti enye ni bi go be adwuma. So what you say free basic education go primary schools private. Na say to the best schools are in Kola Eco SSS no are private schools. Other the whole the can say public schools ni be no. Enti o ban answer no. See enti go private schools for private education. The enti go private universities for tertiary education. In fact, we are going to promote private sector education in secondary level. Your constitution ni bu oman no. Or say obia crying and as a company we are now obia will quite say or set up a private institution at every level of education ladder.
I see. A lot of your WhatsApp messages Reggie Bracken or Angel, the minister will report about. It's about Nana Dampa Kufuado. They promised to Ghanaians that free SHS kick off in September. What goes into their preparation and readiness for the kick-off? Second Minister, Matthew I don't know whether he's on the path, or he's able to convince you, or he's almost convincing you, or still your issues about it. But a big question is, how well have you engaged the major stakeholders?
I think the stakeholders have all been very much engaged. How did that because for the Akoswa, if in 2012, answer the MPPA manifesto, the stakeholders here, manifesto. 2016, the stakeholders here. In fact, I'm buying the crowd, no honor. Or engaging stakeholders as I starting progressive free education. If last year progressive free education was bound to start, when we say everybody, it is starting new. Obisi, I said, we see what Ghana had now. Here the area of history. In 1947, Ghanaians, under a certain canopy, engaged the white man about independence. The agreement was that we will give you independence within 10 years. A maximum of 10 years. 47. 47. And for 10 years, the Ghana gained independence. The records are there. What do you say? And the because of free education, you started in Ghana from the 50s. You started free education, no. You started free education in the 50s. It is because of progressive free education. Progressive free education started in the 50s. Parts of the country and people of a certain part of the country have been given free education. We are now just including other parts of the country. Ghana phobia and your free education. To see the kakaniso akaniso become. It is stakeholders. I didn't because so a teacher now what? A shame now child free education. And what free education? I say free education. Me teacher piece, and me teacher piece, and me teacher headmaster piece. And kolana e work fiena omunti bin ko school e here form ma. Now enti bin ko school because sky here geno. O check it border sika ojele 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis into bin ko school no. Abase we yi kale free mama. Nyansa wo bagu for trip. E bia kola na onti bin ko school no because the papa dey ba bin 1,000 cedis. Na ke Jacob Okaso be the president. And the UN say right to education, no, it includes up to secondary education.
But you describe the economy as challenging.
Oh my hele. Oba school fees won't be in charge and just can untiana. They say Oba school in the last 8 years, I think Benas nothing feeding grass in delay. And that's for the last 20 years. I don't just say Okolada, you be good school nana.
Okay, so playing into that turbulence, impossible.
Daddy, but catch a baby by here na metikumase. Some be part of the culture book. Or telephone. Obey your uncle. Is it fair? I haven't even started talking about the principle of fairness. I haven't talked about the principle of discrimination. I haven't spoken about the principle of justice. I haven't. And I haven't. But the big Kenyan and your da fairness. Nipa mienu. Our info mienu, 2 families. Baako yesi ofri baby. Ofri north. Omo ye laborers or secondary school na wo ho. Omu ba eco school. The brother qualify. Yesi baby ofri the background nti. Uncle school is free. Wako school. The same people, Ghanaians, or to Western region, or call in Zulezu, or ye cook, the bar are qualified. Only 1,000 cities. You see on traffic. Speak to those people about fairness.
Final comment. What do you bring me to this ministry?
A passion of excellence. I think that we all have to. I say in your story of Papa Juma, you say a big Ghana ye. Now the office are we in a people Ghana Dutch. And yes, and over the educational policy chair act. It was say in Kolania well balanced, efficient, productive, functional, competitive. Because we are in a global world. Every day, every action I take should, with my own conscience, go home and sleep at ease that I'm helping the educational system in the country. That is all I want to do here. After all, when you check in the last 16 years, in the last 60 years, the average length the Minister of Education has stayed is probably 2 years in Dumbo. But I want to be remembered somebody who was driven by passion to improve the educational performance in this country. I don't want my picture to be associated with failure. Okay. When the international bodies come and rate Ghana, it comes with a standardized test. Saman on Ghana, every school pon, ya de tutu, de ko Togo, ko Nigeria, ko Kenya, ko England. We are kasa Ghana aje. You kasa Ghana aje, you fit teacher be a futuma. You fit headmaster be a futuma.
The
Minister of Education. It's to be better. Men person be photo. And then another don't go photo here. But you show this is here. They talk camera so. Professor Nano Pukwajima. 72% of Ghanaians fail exams. They're the professor, no. Or your professor, they're the who can come and say, who tear headline that? I said, already I caught 72% I'm gonna fail.
So you wouldn't allow that?
Oh, no. My picture will come because I don't publish the paper. I saw me go Kenyan will be a headline. I would not be bothered. But it is based upon the fact that the Debia Betia, the Nado Dankwasi being shared the Chiwa money. Everything I do every day should be towards improving quality of education.
If you are driven by passion, what is Nana driving on or holding on to? And the promise is a biggest. So why?
He is the vision bearer. He is the custodian of the resources of the country.
So
he is the father.
So you talk big when you know we are in challenging moments.
He should inspire hope. He should call all of us to action. He should call all of us to action. He is in a hurry, and I'm running. Oh, if you are a change agent, it's difficult. Because the forces at play want the status quo to remain. Bible. ɛbɛ kan yɛ Bible Yesu Kristo kɔ baabi na bubuafo bi abubu da hɔ ɔsɛ ɔpanyin sɔre ne nante kɔ wote de Farisifo de kae ɛnɛ yɛ home dada wo sa obi yare papa na da hɔ 20 years abubu obuduru hɔ do ma ne kapre. It is not about a handout, it's about a hand up. Yam base ye ba betutu kapre ye be say obi akɔ n'anim. Farisifo no ka kyerɛ Yesu sɛ wonim sɛ na yɛ Sabbath day da wo sa papa no yare. Hey! Wagya ho fa ahode ofiri sɛ twetwe obi sɛ twɛn kɔso adede hia na ɔma no poverty. The simplest way out of poverty is education. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Bamunda Makers Chapel so far. I mean, Minister, most of his words now quotations from the Bible, and then all Victor Kusibuati, Power Chapel, and he brought forth minister as the light and the word of God. It gives all of us much of assurance and that hope. So the ministry is a cornerstone of suffering. So it's been wonderful. See any minister, education, Matthew Kokupembe, Kurina Fen, and a pope. But I'm actually the ministry challenging. A lot of chapters. Really, I am hoping all of us, we hope and believe, and especially with the free SHS, into that basket, and then the September kickoff will be a reality. And then after the kickoff, less chaos. Whilst we move into the full achievement of full SPS. We raise the issue about model schools. We said they are going to bring it back. Whilst they look at schools are critical administration, you see one is one of the meeting the technical and vocational schools, not the meeting my once a week. And then again, he brings back the issue of touring the country, say schools need to hold structures and the papa. It's only to one another. Now, all we need now, especially the minister, is cooperation and joy. So that the back we achieve that goal up here. And the team has led by Dominic and as Juna, and then my chief driver and two technical assistants. The Thomas in that team and we were about to do that for the So from the Minister's Office, Ministry of Education, thank you so much, Video Microphone. They come back to studio, not money.